is going on, you guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to pick up where we left off on these Madden 25 sliders, where we picked up, made some good progress last night. I actually spent some time today before I streamed. I wanted to try to iron out. Made some improvements. We're going to go ahead and give them a go here on stream. As on things, where we're sitting right now is pass rush. We got pass rush in a really good spot. I love the pass rush. And it's important to have this pass rush because for whatever reason, the quarterbacks for both the user and CPU, you don't have off-target throws. Sorry about that, sneezing. Pretty much the only time there's a throw that's off target, you could even say, is if they're getting hit as they throw. But there's no time when a quarterback's thrown on the run or getting pressured where he overthrows or underthrows or leads a guy too far. For both the user and CPU, it's extremely frustrating that that's how the accuracy is. And I even went and tested it on Classic because I know on college football, people, the same situation with the quarterback accuracy over there, and people said they tried it on Classic instead of revamped, and the players played to their ratings more and had inaccurate balls. But here's what's crazy, right? If you go to user settings, and this is where I was hopeful initially, but right here on placement, it says when you're using placement, which is what we're using, enables visual targets to control the pass placement and the power. So I'm just controlling where I want the ball to go, and I'm controlling if it's a loft, if it's a bullet, whatever. This leaves accuracy to be determined by player ratings, which is classic. Everything is controlled by player ratings. Where the ball goes, you're not really leading them. You're not able to do any of that stuff, right? This allows you to do that, but it still lets the player ratings have an impact. But they're all dots. Very frustrating. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. But the pass rush definitely helps at least get the completion percentages in line. And they have to get throws away a little bit quicker. So there's some swatted balls, some knockdowns, stuff like that, But where I was leading with that is the pass rush is in a really, really good spot. I love it. I love how it's playing. However, the running game for the user's been pretty solid. It feels great. It doesn't feel overpowered. It doesn't feel weak. But the CPU running game has been really, really weak due to, as the user controlling D-line, whenever they run the ball, I'm pretty much getting an insta-shed. Doesn't happen like that when they're passing, but when they run the ball, there's some insta-sheds happening, which is creating a lot of havoc in the backfield and ruining their running game. And then when I'm able to go ahead and do some things that I do to manipulate the gameplay to get the running game better, then the pass rush goes away, right? And if you lose pass rush, then you lose, then it affects a whole bunch of other stuff right now because I have coverage. I'm still tweaking coverage, but we have coverage in a spot where it kind of is to play nicely with the fact that we have a strong pass rush. As you guys can see, all the sliders are on default 50. Haven't touched these. I have touched the penalty sliders, the game option sliders, physics-based tackling, speed threshold, things like that, injuries, and then auto subs. So we're all on default 50 right now. So yeah, the trick is definitely going to be finding that balance. Now, as far as the over-the-top tackling and stuff like that, I definitely think you guys are going to appreciate what we got, where we're sitting there. Coffee Tones, welcome. Yeah, I don't know why you weren't able to join, fam, but I'm glad you're here. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. I've been working really hard all day trying to figure out this run game for the CPU. and I felt like I was starting to make some progress enough to like, hey, let's go ahead and stream it, but let's let them know that I'm very aware that this is needing some work still. Most likely for the for the for the run game anyway. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I was playing a game and it was okay. It wasn't the running game wasn't anything crazy, but again, I didn't really look at ratings and matchups and stuff like that. And I didn't play the full game either, just to see, you know, how it could have played. You know, you break off a big run or something like that, and suddenly you're like, oh yeah, the run game's great. But they were getting more consistently positive yards when they were running the ball, which is good, right? Versus instead of always getting tackled in the backfield. Yo, what up? It's good. Oh,
where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most. It's the Packers and the Rams, and it's coming.
we don't need that the audio coming from my TV and going into my mic. We'll switch that up real quick. I was wondering why I couldn't hear anything in my headphones. Oops. That's funny. I'm going to let this play because I'm going to go ahead and post to YouTube that I am streaming and drop the link in. I really like the Tirico and Greg Olsen commentary crew as well. I'm a huge fan. It's like a breath of. Honestly, I like both the commentary crews compared to the two that we've had for 8 years in a row. They're both a breath of fresh air. Some people said they don't really like Tirico. He sounds robotic. I feel like he did a really good job of kind of delivering lines the same way he does in real life. Yeah, DJ, you're part of a big group of people who default all pro is too easy, but All-Madden is just not where it's at for them and what they're looking for out of gameplay. You're part of a big group of people, and I try to go ahead and answer that call. That's kind of what I go for. But I also go for realism. I don't really go for just making something difficulty or something challenging for the sake of wanting it challenging, right? I want something to be realistic. So if you have a loaded up team, yeah, you should go 13-3, 13-4, I should say, or 14-3 now with the 17 game schedule. I want that. I want your team skill. Ooh, there we go. To be replicated. And there's people out there that'll have a team that's equivalent of the 2007, 2008 Patriots or whatever that went 17-0, and they're like, "Yo, I'm winning all these games. It's too easy. It's too like. Do you want to have a team that good and still win 6 or 7 games and sweat everything out?" Ooh, we hit him. There we go. We hit him as he threw. Definitely, if you take anything away from this stream, is let me know what you think. Like I said, I worked really hard on the physics and the tackling, and I feels like it's in a pretty good spot. I thought we hit him as we threw. Maybe he just threw a bad ball.
I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong.
Unfortunately, they didn't run the ball there, so we couldn't get a good idea, a good look.
The man in motion is Watson.
No. Jeez.
Oh, no
I think I had circle wide open, but I wanted to go to Watson, but I couldn't see if anybody was over there. That was frustrating. Like, I couldn't see if anybody was over there. I should have paid attention to see that he was wide open. The safety came up to go take him, and I had Jaden Reed wide open over the middle, but I was looking at Watson, so that's on me, man. But I don't really care because this, of course, isn't my franchise. I'm just, building sliders. So the mistakes definitely don't get to me. I just use it as learning for when I do start my franchise. Zone coverage, I've heard a lot of people complain about zone coverage. I run zone a lot, actually. I mean, I just got an interception on running zone defense, so it's one of those things. The zone coverage is, if your pass protection, I think this is why people struggle with zone. Is the pass rush is really good, like really good. It was actually a little too strong. I nerfed it out of default All Pro, And you don't have well, I guess you probably think people are too weak with it. I don't know. I think it's in a good spot, personally.
Here's Love to throw. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs.
Get there, Josh Jacobs. They ran zone right there. Let's break that down. Zone is really good. I mean, I made a couple changes. They ran this cover 6 right here. And I had to go to my check down because I wanted Musgrave in the flat, but they took that away. They took away the post corner to Dobbs. I did have, but here's the thing though. Knowing me with the trajectories, he's going to intercept that. You know what I mean? The trajectories are really bad right now. So unless I was able to lead him in here, he probably was open right there. But my first reads were to the left, and by this time and then the pressure, right? That's why I think pressure is so important. If you have all day to sit back here and you're not worried about it, you're going to carve it up. And people are saying, yeah, there's no defense in the game. Well, I don't know, maybe they don't have the pass rush that makes them get rid of the ball quickly. I mean, they were pushing it on me right there, And that made me get rid of the ball quickly because I'm seeing them right there and I'm like, oh, shoot. But my two reads over here are not there. So I literally I looked at Musgrave, I looked at Dobbs, they're not there. I see the pass rush coming in, so I literally step to the side and fling it to my check down. Didn't even get to see Jaden Reed over the middle.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of
We're going for this.
Third down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made.
Yeah, Chase, and we got updates for those too, man. Made some progress on those today. That's what we're rocking right here. And I don't want, like you were saying, you don't want to have quarterbacks cook like that, Part of the problem is they don't have inaccurate throws. Hell yeah, let's go. And I'm still tweaking pass coverage, maybe. I need bigger sample sizes. That's one of the things we worked really hard last night because they were so sticky at first. They were in man defense right there, and they blitzed. We barely beat the blitz. Look at this. They got that pressure. Look, they had an untouched guy coming right for me. But they were in man. And number 3 had the inside position on Jaden Reed, who gets the outside release. But still looking at potentially tweaking pass coverage. Right now I'm trying to have a balance with pass coverage and pass rush. Because if pass rush is really strong right now, which it is, you don't want the coverage to be super sticky all the time. because then you only have 2 to 3 seconds to find someone to throw to, and if the coverage is super sticky, you're never going to have anyone to throw it to. And you're going to take off, you're going to have to either be check down machines or taking off and running, and then it affects the CPU too, because if they don't have anyone open, they're just going to consistently... For those, I'll just run, unless they get like in a short down and distance, I'll just run zone this whole time. I'll just run zone, because you guys are curious about zones.
As they get the ball back, 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
I'll switch up the
first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play.
the shells at least if I'm going to do that. How do you get more block sheds? I have too many of them, bro. I have the pass rush in a really good spot, but run shed. See, look at that. Oh, he broke it. But I will. Wow. Okay. We're gonna go back, guys. What's been the biggest? The running game, controlling Kenny Clark, and I'm getting double teamed, and I just go right through them. And that's where I stopped. I was like, see, look what just happened, right? Is being controlled by somebody else, the computer. He broke that tackle. But this is what's been the biggest challenge to getting shedding a double team. What happens for the user on run blocks? Trying to figure out why it's only then that we get those insta sheds.
His offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script.
I haven't touched the gameplay sliders. I've only used penalties and auto subs. But I will say this too. I even messed around with holding, and I bumped holding up to 55, right? And it definitely helped. I'm on all pro, fam. It definitely helped, but the problem was, oh shit! I'll shut up about the running game for a moment now. Damn. I was gonna say though, when I had the holding penalty slider at 55, there was 3 holding calls in the first quarter. 2 against the CPU, 1 against me. And I was like, it was only at 55. You know what I mean? I'm happy. It's very sensitive this year. And I even tested it down to like 53, 52. And the unfortunate thing was you really didn't get the effect that improved the run blocking below 55 from holding, but you definitely got the increased call rate. So I ultimately decided I can't really run 55 holding because you're going to get 5 to 6 holding calls a game. Minimum. Illegal block in the back is one of those too, man. Extremely sensitive. Even at 52, you get it called 2 to 3 times a quarter. Auburn, I hate it. It's not just the user, man. CPU quarterback accuracy is the same. There's no inaccurate throws. None. Once in a blue moon if I lead someone too far. I mean, if I try to lead somebody a little too far, like sometimes I'll have an off-target throw, but that's the only time.
This one is caught by Reed. That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
And they never have off-target throws. Their incompletions come from swats, interceptions, pass breakups, and you tackle them as they're throwing it. Oh, okay.
as he'll come on to punt this one away.
That was a bad punt. He didn't fair catch it? Okay.
And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield.
So, Chicago Bears, I actually tested All-Madden today. The only thing I did on it, I kept it completely I didn't touch a penalty slider. I didn't touch an auto sub. The only thing I brought in was my speed parity, physics-based tackling, and I died. I did bring in face mask because face mask and physics-based tackling, they kind of tie together pretty well with how I use them. So those are my only changes. Speed parity, physics-based tackling, and then the face mask. Default All-Madden. And I played against the Eagles a little bit. Both teams were just moving up and down the field. No resistance. And Jalen Hurts was automatic. It was like playing a robo quarterback. See, and this is good. It doesn't feel like either of them. All-Madden feels nice to you. They beat the zone here, but the reason they beat the zone was because our pass rush, we didn't get any pressure here. We had a 4 versus 6, but one's a back, right? And our guys just didn't get any push. This is one of the situations where we didn't win anything, and it allowed their guys to run through the zones. And he found someone open right when we got there. But you give any quarterback this much time against a zone, someone's going to go get open. That was just us not getting any pressure.
30 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry.
That's how we get incompletions. That right there. They get the ball out really fast. Oreo hit it on the head. It's like they literally know who's going to be open. They throw the ball faster than you can, right, to their receivers.
Now it's Williams. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up.
Yeah, the only way you can slow them down is if you break up the pass or swat it or get some pass rush. You know what I mean? They were just automatic.
A shotgun snap to Stafford.
And of course they were accurate too. So holding?
And he'll fight forward for a couple of yards, but a flag is down.
And that's the other reason I don't really want to
Already walking back.
move holding up. We're just going to take this to just make the field goal potentially a little bit harder. We're going to show them. We're going to show them cover 6, but we're going to be in cover 3.
Third and long. Here's Stafford.
Get him. Hey, that worked out.
There, the sack that might take them out of field goal.
Took him out of field goal range.
So it's fourth.
We ran zone coverage right there, right? Everyone thinks zone coverage is weak. I don't know if he had someone open or not, but he didn't throw it to somebody open. I mean, look at this coverage. This is zone coverage. I ran a show cover 6, ran cover 3. Where is he supposed to throw this ball to? And that looks honestly super sticky. Where is he supposed to go with that? No wonder he took a coverage sack.
Evans to do the honor. Out to return this for the Packers. It's
Hey, Dave, appreciate you so much, man. Yeah, we're working on sliders still. We're going to try to get it. We're going to get it. I shouldn't say try. We're going to get it in a good spot for everyone to enjoy the game and start up their franchises and stuff. I definitely want to get to that point. I want to try to get the sliders out, and then I can work on the 5 best teams or hardest teams to rebuild and franchise XP sliders. No! Oh! Woo! You had Drake. Yeah. They got to do something about the completion percentages. I don't even want to say completion percentages. I want to say that the lack of inaccurate throws.
They'll run it to the right here with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down. And that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter.
I mean, I know Stafford's got at least 2 incompletions because we intercepted one, and then we swatted one down. We're at the 3-yard line. Shoot. Yeah, we're gonna do this.
Okay, ready? We're gonna try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Love.
Oh.
He's got his tight end. That's Musgrave.
I was looking on the left first. Was not there.
Beyond the 30-yard
They're there. They zone blitzed. We had a perfect play call against that zone blitz because the one side, the side where I wanted to go with Dobbs, that was taken away. Right? That's not there. And look at how quickly I had to get rid of this. This also helps with coverage in the sense of you get 1 to 2 reads. I'm about to get, I mean, look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds, I'm getting hit. They need to fix pursuit angles. Did you turn off roughing the kicker and running into the kicker? That always helps. But yeah, had to get rid of that hella quick. And just dropped it right into that gap.
And even 30 yards.
And this is why I said I don't want to mess. I don't want to mess with
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
the pass rush
Run, we get a stoppage
because it's
for
so
an incomplete
crucial
play. Athletic training staff looking at him
to making the coverage better in a sense. You know what I mean?
Throwing on 2nd down, Love.
See, that's the thing that's frustrating to me too. That should be a pressure throw. And it's a dot. Like, not even, they blitzed the hell out of me. I released that right as, look at this. I mean, that's a pressure throw. They're manned up. And I hit him in perfect stride. I mean, he's like an 80, I don't know, there should have been that should have been behind him or out in front of him or something. Not to say that he couldn't have caught it, but not to be a perfect throw in stride. You know what I mean? Yo, Kevin Howe, thank you for joining SGN, man. Appreciate you. You're helping me grow. Means a lot to me. Their run defense has been really good. Wow. They're man blitzing a lot, too. Try to catch him off guard at his draw. Wow. Yeah, we have not been able to get the run game going.
Picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the run,
they ran zone.
For an injured player.
I mean, I really don't want to touch the quarterback accuracy sliders because it creates a bunch of randomness. But
from the gun on 3rd down, it's Love.
It might be something that has to be done. Like, I really like to just leave the sliders where they're at and use everything else, but there's nothing that affects their accuracy.
They have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
There you go, Dylan. And the thing is, they were just as accurate when I put it on classic passing. Purified, they'll get released when they're done, fam. They are not done. Still working on adjusting the run blocking, the pass coverage.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line.
You know, just getting more eyes on it, show where we're at. There are good things to enjoy about where we're at right now. There still needs some work, of course. But in, man. They are in, man. Maybe we can cut this back.
They'll run with Dillon.
Hell yeah. It's a good drive. Dillon ran the ball a little bit better than Josh Jacobs did.
Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on
and so
the ground for the touchdown.
early reaction is definitely I want to tighten up pass coverage a little bit. I definitely have a lot of leeway on tightening that pass coverage with the auto subs where I have it. I've actually have the auto sub set to nerf the coverage a little bit because of, if you guys remember, we did that yesterday because they were so sticky. Like, they were running routes for the wide receivers, and so I was working on freeing that up so they're more read and react. And now it's like free that up, read, react, and then work your way back up to where guys are just not wide open all the time, even with a really strong pass rush, you know?
Memories of the 70s sure to come to mind as the Cowboys and Steelers meet. It's in Pittsburgh at 8:20 Eastern. Followed tomorrow by Monday Night Football. It's the Saints against the champions.
And see, he's throwing down to his check down there. We ran a cover 3 seam against a bunch of in routes, and this is where I question the coverage. Like, and I have to go look because I've been having some guys open. Did he look at our coverage is solid here. Look at Cooper Kupp. He gets taken away. By the time some of these guys get open over here, he can't go that route because look at, I got 2 guys bearing down on him. This is where part of me is like, I actually need to loosen up the coverage a little bit. These two guys in the middle are taken away. These guys get open, but by the time, I mean, he's looking to the left side the whole time. You know what I mean? He made the right read.
Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Yes, you have to operate.
Yo, what's up, JJ? Welcome.
Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection.
Came to check out where we're currently at. I like it.
Be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Ooh, there he threw a dart. Pushed down the field a little bit.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. After the catch,
I think my favorite thing so far about the pass rush is that it hasn't just led to a ton of sacks. It's just led to them getting rid of the ball quicker or even scrambling. I really appreciate that because the quarterbacks actually will scramble now.
play action now for Stafford.
Oh, as I say that, but it's only our second sack and it was off of play action, so...
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up.
That was big. Gives it a 3rd and 10. I'm blitzing on the corner here. Oh! It's probably not the best time to run that that corner blitz. Yeah, stepping up in the pocket is very big as well.
And go from 1 to 2 to 3 so quickly that he was able to get the ball to the right target on time. And I think so often.
Here's what's really weird too. They ran the ball quite a bit that first drive with Kyron Williams, and he broke that big one. And now they haven't. I haven't given it back to him.
Defenders to jump.
Encroachment deepened.
Germ, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. It's not great, but it's okay. Jeez. Such kind words. I was like, it's mid.
On 1st and 10, Stafford.
Oh!
This one complete to Atwell.
He threaded the needle there.
2-2 Atwell. Touchdown Rams.
And Flacco, what's crazy though is, like yesterday we really had some issues with it, right? And then when I increased the quarter length and stuff like that, they started to run the ball more. And their first drive, they ran the ball several times. But if we look at it, since then though, and then see, this is the problem: 10 of 13. One incompletion was an interception. One was we hit him as he threw. The other one he threw it out of bounds. There's just, and that's the problem. But again, we're taking advantage of it too. We're over here 7 of 8. You know what I mean? Rushing. He had all 4 of those carries on the first drive, and he broke a 49-yarder for a touchdown. We're struggling running, but I've ran it 12 times. You know what I mean?
Hardy now to
12 times I've thrown it. So we've had 20 plays. How many plays have they had? I should look at the... I got to monitor the plays too, right? Because we want 60 to 65 plays. They just ran 7 there. Sorry, I'm going to look real quick to see how many plays they've ran. I'm keeping track of this. He's thrown it 13 times, and then they've ran it 4. So they've had 17 plays. We've had 20, which is actually pretty balanced considering we've both had the ball twice. This would just tell me that 10-minute quarter length of 20-second runoff is going to be a little too short.
as this one's away.
Because even if we ran or had 5 plays right here,
And he'll work this one past the
we'd be at 25 plays. And if we run 5 plays and then kicked it back and then they ran 5 plays, we're still not even barely getting to 50 plays. We need to be at 60 to 65.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Oh, Germ. Okay, I understand what you're saying now. All right, thank you. Yeah, they're not going to translate, man. We had to address completely different issues
Motion is
in college football.
They'll start this drive with a run, and it's
Oh, we got the stiff arm to work, but they were able to get there quickly enough. So yeah, definitely, we're at 10-minute quarters with 20-second runoff. So if we go to probably 12, if we're going to be that many.
on play action. Love.
Ooh, no one open there.
Complete, just couldn't deliver.
Did we miss anybody in that cover 4? Did you guys see anybody open? Musgrave was taken away. Jaden Reed, I didn't have a chance to throw it to Jaden Reed. Look at the pass rush got to me. I couldn't have chucked it up to him. Everyone was covered.
Really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, you thought I was the Rams, Coffee? No. I was the Rams in Madden 24, but for testing sliders, I'm the Packers.
We'll try to set up the screen to Dillon.
Ah, Dylan.
Good short tackle.
Just not fast enough. It's not your game, I know.
Short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Daniel Whelan is out to kick it away again. And
So if
he
we're
is
at...
hoping to improve on his first attempt.
I'm just trying to math it here. If we're gonna be, we just ran 3 plays, so we're gonna be at
Sure, that return was not going any farther. Matthew Stafford and
23 plays for the half right now,
set to go again.
depending on how quickly or what they do offensively.
We could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14.
And they're at 17 right now.
1st down. This is going to be a
They ran a quarterback.
They let him keep it, and nothing could
What the
get
hell
out
is a
of
quarterback
that.
draw doing in the Rams playbook?
Behind the line of scrimmage. So, 2
Bro.
minutes to play in a back and forth first half. Greg and I
Liddell,
return to
Liddell, I mean, there's a little defense, man. It just depends on. I mean, we're in 14-14. I just punted it. We picked off the Rams.
From the gun, here's Stafford.
Yo, Venom, what's up?
And down he goes.
This has been a tough sequence right out of the jump. You work all week on your opening script, and they're usually the plays that you feel the best about to try to establish.
We're gonna
some
save our
sort of early
timeouts.
rhythm, but through 2 plays, run and pass, all they've done is go backwards.
On third
Oh, they
down,
handed
here's
it off.
Williams. So a good chunk of yards
Oh, man, just grinding these sliders.
short of the first down.
So they ran it. What they have? They had 3 more plays, too. So they're going to finish at. They have 20 plays for the half. We'll have 23. We'll get a couple more plays right here. Either way, we're
Ethan Evans now.
not even going to hit
Second time.
50
Trying to get
plays
something inside
per
the 10.
team, and it should be between 60 to 65. So I'm definitely thinking.
It's a touchback.
I don't think 1 minute a quarter would do it. I think it's probably going to end up having to be 12-minute quarters.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Yo, Sean, what's up? Yeah, when you getting it? You got the EA trial? $5, you can play for 10 hours.
To throw is Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight
Yeah,
end.
I'll get him every now and then too, Venom, with it that low as well.
After the catch, they'll wind up
Again,
gain of 7
I think people
on
need to
first
realize with DPI, like they want it jacked up for the calls, and I'm just like, it's completely random. There's no call frequency change to having it set to 80 to having it set to 2025. It's completely random.
Throwing is Love. That one on target.
Wow. See, that's another one too. He threw a dot. Throw it out a little bit. Do something that makes it so it's not always going to be a catch.
In the second quarter.
That's what's so frustrating. We're keeping you in, Musgrave. Sorry. Like, I'm pass leading it, but still throwing a dot. And it says it's based on his ratings.
On first down, it's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good
I mean,
example
we
of picking up
honestly...
positive yardage, staying ahead of the
There's a strong chance that I'll have to lower accuracy.
On second and 2.
Oh, you're getting it Saturday? Okay, that's not a problem, man. You get to play it all weekend. Hopefully. I don't want that. I want that.
Here's Love to throw.
Oh, we had an off-target throw. It's about damn time.
Here, Mike, you're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender.
All right, I want to go out in this formation. I'm going to audible to a run, but then I can hurry it up if I pick it up.
They continue to get that matchup. This quarterback-
We should pick this up. Marshawn Lloyd, you can get this, bud.
Try to run it with Lloyd.
Here we go.
And he will have a Packers first
Yeah.
down as they get 5 on third and 2.
We don't have a timeout left. I just realized that. Because of the injury timeout.
Go play action with Love.
Oh, I thought we might have had him there, but I got hit.
Lined up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Gonna have to take some sort of shot here.
Really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. It's actually the easiest down in football.
Because of
to
our
operate
clock
in.
situation.
Now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea
I
to
might
just
try to
make
get
third
Watson
down
here.
manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
He'll let this go deep.
Oh! It hit him in the hands. I was like, maybe he's a burner.
All over him down the field. It'll set
So a power straining
So I like
with the CPU not running the ball, last night, actually, someone while we were on stream, I asked if anyone could do it. They went and checked. They went and looked. They grabbed the Eagles. They went and looked in the Eagles. Eagles had 3 run plays in for first down. And they didn't even continue to go after that. Like 3 plays in here for first down. So it's going to have to be just... couldn't do that there. Damn it. Couldn't decide if I wanted to chuck it up there or not. But anyway, it's going to have to happen. Yo, SimFB, what's up, man? Thank you for checking in. I know you just finished up your Terrible Towel episode. Waiting for the Brandon Ayuk trade details to come through. To see what you have to give up for them. Hopefully not anything, anyone that you're fond of. You know what I mean? Appreciate you coming through. But what's going to happen ultimately with playbooks is you go into the team's playbooks, and the problem is just like how they rate the plays. All the pass plays are rated high, and there's hardly any run plays in there. And we know if we edit playbooks as far as adding plays or removing plays, then you can no longer utilize formation subs and stuff like that. So if you go into you just take the Eagles playbook, don't add any plays, don't remove any plays to the actual playbook, but add plays to their first down, second down, whatever, and then give all the plays a 1-star rating. And then you save it, and then you can have the team use that playbook, then the problem should be fixed. But yeah, they've ran it 5 times at the half. Big Jack, no, that they will not translate. Durham was just saying he translated them, he went to translate them, but that's the thing too, people forget, like one of the big things that's different about this game is that physics-based tackling slider. Flacco, normally the reason I don't like to adjust the accuracy sliders for both the user and CPU, users because it becomes completely random, right? I'd like it to be tied to the player ratings, but they're not being tied to the player ratings. It's just straight up. They're just not. Something's broken. It was like this in the beta. I threw a fuss about it. Apparently, the guys at EA didn't see it, didn't test it, didn't look. Because you can't advertise placement. You control the location of the ball. You control the power of the ball. But ultimately, the accuracy is tied to player ratings. And then no quarterback is inaccurate. And I'm not just talking Jordan Love as a user. I'm not talking Stafford as a CPU. I'm talking these rookies that are rated in the 70s. They all dot. Every pass is a dot. So the reason I don't like lowering the accuracy, though, is because as the user, it's completely random. When you have, like, there's no rhyme or reason to it, You'll just have, like, inaccurate throws on some of the easiest throws that you could make in the game. They'll be off target. For the CPU, in the past, it has also affected their... how do I want to explain this? It has lowered the accuracy, has turned them into, like, dinkers and dunkers. Let's just call it... we'll just say it like that. They don't push the ball down the field. They don't throw into coverage. They don't do anything like that. They just throw dink. They become prime Tom Brady. You just dink and dunk. And they move the ball down the field. Don't get me wrong. See, a dot. A perfect freaking dot. Every time, man. But yeah, you lower accuracy, and again, it's different if you're on All-Madden, but on All-Pro, you lower accuracy and they become prime Tom Brady as far as the dink and dunking. And you can't stop it because they can throw the ball out of the snap faster than you can. They can snap it and just hut and immediately throw it to the guy. We can't do that, right? We have a delay. And so they have this huge advantage.
Once again, it's Jacobs. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like
So Venom, I'm on, just to get you, and we can try that. I am currently on reticle speed. I mean, I'm on this 2020, and large is what I assumed was the pass lead increase is large. Extend the maximum amount of pass lead when precision passing in all pass types except placement. So this doesn't even affect placement, it sounds like. When using placement, this increases the amount of freeform pass lead. Which, according to this, though, you have. You can freeform with this, you just don't control the accuracy. So this just doesn't make any sense. But I have it on 20. And I pass lead every time. It's because they don't want to invest that money, Sim. The one time they tried to invest money in giving us a halftime show was that extra point. And it got dragged because it was so bad compared to NFL 2K5. It was so bad. I'll try none. Hold on. Guys, Venom's telling me to try none. I mean, in my opinion, based on what it says, this wouldn't make sense to me. But we'll do it. I got nothing to lose. I can't dot him up any better than I'm already dotting, you know. But yeah, that extra point, it was a good effort, but it was bad. It was so bad. But yeah, the presentation in not just NBA Live 19 Sim, but College Hoops 10. With the CBS and the ESPN packages. Mr. Dizo, is it fixable? We're playing college football all year. It's fixable, fam. This game's always fixable. Sometimes it just takes longer. Sometimes it just takes a little bit longer. Or I have to do things I don't want to do. Right as we're about to get hit. Now that's interesting because it was actually behind him there. So maybe you're onto something. Because every other pass has been like in front of him, perfectly led.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15.
Finally getting him going a little bit.
13 yards the gain, down to the 13-yard line.
It does, Sam, and that's what I was hoping was going to happen here. The same impact in college football. I was like, hey, it'll be perfect here. But legal man downfield. Shoot. But it... Yeah. No impact here. Again, I think they drastically missed something under the hood because there is no off-target throws for any quarterback. Despite pressure. Like, I can understand if you have a clean pocket. These guys are NFL quarterbacks. But we get pressure. We have great pass rush for both sides. And it has no effect.
Love. That is pulled in by Musgrave.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything.
Where did they run right there? Oh, they were in that hot blitz. Okay. No wonder. We're going to score a touchdown here. What are we at, the 5? Maybe not right here. I thought we were closer. I love this play, depending on what that linebacker does.
Here's Jacobs.
Good D. Everything else has felt pretty balanced, though. Like, the pass game's actually been... Or not the pass game, excuse me, the run game has been pretty good this game. Pass rush has been strong.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love.
Woo! Pass rush has been strong, you know?
Touchdown, Green
So, Coffee, I haven't touched any gameplay sliders. All the gameplay sliders are at 50. Haven't touched a single one. I use auto subs and penalty sliders, and the fatigue slider, the speed parity slider, injury slider, and the physics-based tackling. Everything you're seeing right here is just those. All the gameplay sliders, user and CPU, are all 50 down the line. And that's kind of how I've started building them. I feel like if you can avoid messing with the gameplay sliders as much as possible, you maintain the integrity of the game and you actually get a better gameplay experience. It's more consistent, more consistently good.
So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more.
In the past, when I'd tweak sliders and move stuff all over the place, it seemed like every couple games it would just start playing weird. And it was myself would notice it, my friends, people would comment and be like, yo, I was having really good games, but now it's just playing weird the last couple games. And guess what we'd have to do? Slider reset. You'd have to go into your sliders and franchise, hit the reset button, put them all back to 50, hit the import from the main menu, and then reset the sliders, get rid of the ball. And then it would start playing normal again. So here's cover 3. I know people were saying that the zone was really weak. But, I mean, where is he supposed to go with that football? Like, straight up. They took Cooper Kupp away. They took Nakua away. Where is he supposed to go with this? That was a coverage sack. Oh, but then we'd have to reset the sliders, bring them back in, into the game, and then somebody, oh yeah, now the game's playing good again. Haven't had to do that with this new setup because we're not adjusting. We're not adjusting gameplay sliders. Yeah, the commentary, Sam. So what was crazy is I had a game earlier today with the chick and the other dude. And it went 8 minutes straight where she was the only one talking. He didn't say a word. It was the whole quarter almost. I was going to clip it and be like, what's going on here? Literally, he didn't say a thing. I thought that was weird. They definitely released some it's buggy. Commentary's a little buggy, but I'll give them a pass on that. It's new commentary teams. In the beta, every time players would run out, it would show different stats. All I've seen for Josh Jacobs is his season stats. I haven't seen his last game stats. Other than the first time he came out, I haven't seen his current. It hasn't shown right there what he's currently doing for today. I have no idea how many carries, how many yards he has. It just keeps showing his season stats. Every time he runs out, it just updates his season stats.
Throwing on second down, Love.
Good defense. And it's been Josh Jacobs the whole time. I haven't seen him show the banners for the quarterback. Haven't seen him showing any wide receiver banners. All the cool stuff that they had in the beta sim is not here anymore. It's not here. It's the same as in Madden 24, where they just show the running back season stats every single time. Oh, dang it. I didn't even look to see if I had anyone downfield. They ran that cover 4 quarters. I'm assuming, I just want to double check, film studying, guys, if I had anybody open. No. They played that really well.
Of the first down mark. On comes the Packers punting team. As he'll punt it away for the 4th.
Let's see what stat they show for them.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside.
Stafford?
The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start.
I don't touch coach adjustments, Venom, other than I put quarterback normally by overall. I forgot to do it. So we didn't even get a cool stat banner that time out. They ran the ball. Was that the first time since the first quarter?
But will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly...
Interesting that they're running the ball a little bit now.
3 out of this, up to the 23.
Flacco, I have fatigue right now set pretty high. I'm seeing a decent amount of rotation as well. But the other thing that's great about this game that isn't in College Football 25 is you can do formation subs. As long as you don't use a custom playbook, you can do formation subs. And setting your third down back, your power back, stuff like that definitely helps too.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
So, I mean, A.J. Dillon got some carries because Josh Jacobs got hurt for a little bit, but even before then, he came in and had a couple carries. See, again, season stats, Sim, if you're still here, same exact graphic from the last time we had the ball. It just updated with whatever he did last possession. Yeah, Flacco, thank you. Everyone, please like the video if you are appreciating this content. You're here for the slider creation, man. There's nothing to show me how Josh Jacobs is doing this game. So now I have to ruin my immersion. Not that I haven't been doing it anyway, going to instant replay. But I have to do this to see, hey, how many carries do I have? I have 17 carries for 60 yards, 3.5 yards a carry. Kyron Williams has 8 carries for 82, but he had that 49-yard rush. So he's really 7 carries for 33 yards, which is still pretty dang good. You know what I mean? A.J. Dillon's 4 for 19. But they're not showing any other stats. No quarterback stats for the day. Stafford has dropped down a little bit, right? We've had a couple incompletions. He's now 10 for 15. He's down to sit at 66%. But again, that's not because he's had an off-target throw. We're still sitting right here, even though we had that off-target throw. It's not enough. But yeah, they're not showing any of the cool stats and banners and stuff that they had in the beta that they talked about that were going to be in the game.
A 2nd down throw for Love. The open man is Reed.
And I'm fine with those throws being on target, but there's a lot of other ones that just need to have more off-target throws that let the DB make a play and knock them out.
And that catch gets him a 1st down. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
Right, Sim, yeah. And even then, I what's more frustrating is that we're missing the features that were in the beta, you know? And Connor, yeah, man, this was a common routine in Madden 24 with every time out for possession, it showed the running back season stats. Every single time. After the first possession of the game.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
And that's where we're at here. And it's very frustrating. Like, why can't you show me, like, how many catches does Musgrave have? I feel he's got several. What about Dobbs? What about Reed? What about Watson? What about Love? What's Love's day looking like? You know?
Off the play fake. Here's Love.
Dot. As I'm getting legit swallowed. It had no impact. Look at this, you guys. Having a strong pass rush doesn't even matter. Look at this. Play action. I step back. Look at this. 0 impact. Was there an update when I launched the game? There was not. 0 impact on my accuracy. Look at this. His hand is releasing forward, hitting the shoulder pad of 2 defenders, basically. and it's a money throw. And that's what's frustrating, is because it's like, yeah, we had a guy running open, but the pressure should have prevented this from being a completion. This should have caused him to throw it into the ground or massively overthrow him because of trying to get rid of it with the pressure, right? There should have been some sort of impact. But the pressure doesn't even matter. Unless he gets hit as he throws, doesn't matter. You haven't had a chance to play yet? I haven't had an update. Not that I saw anyway. I leave my PlayStation in rest mode though. So I mean it could have happened. Holding, coming back. Unless there was one that happened last night or before I turned it on today. I don't know. Thing with the day one patches, we didn't even get a day one patch for college football. It took like a week after the release day, and then 2 weeks later to get the big one, you know. But I don't even know what people are complaining about. Right now, my biggest issue with this game is the quarterback accuracy, because it doesn't matter what you do with pass coverage, doesn't matter what you do with pass rush, if every throw is a dot, it doesn't matter. To me, just horrible running back vision. Wow. We got a touchdown off this earlier. We were down at the goal line, and it wasn't too... I don't like this. No! Oh my God, he caught that. Woo! I threw that high. I was trying to loft it over the top. I'm excited for you to play it, Sim, and I'll have some updates for you. Like everything that I sent you yesterday and today, most of it's been changed. Trying to figure out how to get the run game. Pass rush, as you can see, is strong, but the run game for the CPU has been extremely weak due to insta sheds for the user team. And the tricky part has been increasing the running game for the CPU without nerfing the pass rush. And normally, and every time I've been working on getting that running game up, it's had an impact on the pass rush. But this game, granted they've only ran it 8 times, even when you take away the 40-yard run that he had, he still has a pretty decent average. Right? He was 7 for 33. That's 4.2, 4.3. And it's Kyron Williams. It's not exactly, you know, Christian McCaffrey out here.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown.
So I'm optimistic there.
Now return coming from the 7.
Eagles are running the ball a lot on you. I fired up, so I started off today by switching over to All-Madden default. Like I think I told some of you guys this already. All-Madden default, all I had changed was the speed parity that I'm using, the physics-based tackling setting that I'm using, and the face mask setting that I'm using to reduce the crazy tackles and the hits and stuff like that. That's all I did. All the other auto subs were on default, penalties default, everything was on default. Eagles ran the ball more when I had the longer clock settings, but Jalen Hurts was a freaking machine. Just dinking and dunking. He hit A.J. Brown for a short crosser that he took 35 yards, you know, just being a beast. But it was just a dink-dunk fest. There was nothing you could do to stop him. And they scored, and then I went down the field. I scored right away. It wasn't even hard to score. See, their running game is good right now. I feel pretty strong about where we're at there.
Strong running there. Inside the 30. On the move with a gain of 9.
I went down and scored right away. There was just really no defense. And I was crazy because like, this is all Madden, and both teams were doing whatever they wanted. But again, when there's no accuracy penalties, and at that point, I realized that I had better, even though I still had things to work on All-Pro, I had the gameplay in a better spot on All-Pro than where it was at on default All-Madden, and I didn't want to start all over on All-Madden. I just didn't see any benefit to it. I went in there looking, okay, is the running game going to be any better? It wasn't. They ran it more, but were they successful more? No. Was the pass rush any different? No. Was the pass coverage any different? No. The only thing that was different was Jalen Hurts just dink dunk, dink dunk, dink dunk. And then I just marched right down the field. I have had more resistance against the Rams in this game than I had in 2 drives against the Eagles.
Second down, it's Stafford. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
And that pass that Stafford just made right there, that's all Jalen Hurts was doing the whole time. Like, you couldn't stop it. He wasn't throwing it deep like Stafford just did. He wasn't doing anything to give your defense a chance to make a play.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
And that's where I was like, all right, I'm going back to All-Pro. I'm closer there.
From the gun, here's Stafford. It is
Nice play.
end zone. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are
Yeah, Sim, they need to release.
very big touchdown. Gets
Remember a couple years ago, quarterback accuracy was a problem too,
this comeback off.
and they tuned it, but then the issue was they tuned it, and the off-target throws just looked really, really bad. They didn't look realistic, you know. But they had better off-target throws. They gotta do something.
Play action with
That's big.
just has no answers right now.
They gotta tune something for both the user and the CPU.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point.
I mean, this is literally
Execution was
tuned
just a little bit off, and
for competitive head-to-head where there's no inaccurate passes. I don't know if they just messed up and brought competitive into the simulation part, but that's how it feels. It feels like it's on competitive.
coaches
Oh my God, we got today's stats.
strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one.
But it literally feels like it's been tuned for, like, simulation mode is really on competitive. That's how it feels.
Even more yards to be had.
From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
We'll go over the stats here, guys, at the end of the game for sure. You guys know me. I'm going to look at all that.
To throw is Love. He'll take a shot for Watson.
Oh my God! Hey, so Vision, he's watching on Twitch. You guys aren't seeing his comments. He said put that change to none, and that's our 2nd overthrow. If you guys have been here, whether you've been here the whole game or not, you guys know I've been complaining about no overthrows the whole time.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, that 2nd down play call's not
We've had 2 since making that change.
They're in a battle with the clock. How much time can they run off? And try
So
to-
maybe
And now it brings up a pretty interesting
Flacco tuning throws under pressure would be everything.
on offense, or are they going to have to punt it away and have their defense finish the game?
Oh man, I thought if we went back inside we'd be able to get outside, but nope. Because we get a ton of pressure throws ourselves as the user throwing them in against pressure, but we get a ton of throws against the CPU under pressure too, and it makes no difference. Unless they're getting hit as they throw,
It gets brought down short of the
no
sticks.
impact.
And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35.
Puka Nakua's having himself a game.
Puka Nacua in this Rams
So here,
comeback.
you guys heard me talking to SimFB about the beta and how we used to get all these cool stat overlays in the beta for different players and how their performance is going. And for like 3 straight quarters, we only saw Josh Jacobs' season stats. Now it's finally starting to show. No! Oh my God. What defense did I call?
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a one-score game. They need this
What did I call?
to tie it up.
Cover 3 Scott. What happened where he was able to torch that cover? Oh, it's because I was in this look. So because the linebackers had to drop back, he was able to hit Cup right away, where if we normally would have been the linebackers sitting back 5 yards behind, they would have carried it. It's the formation that got me there, not the play call. What I set the physics slider to? It's a great question. 65. I had to think about it, sorry. That's the second quarterback draw with Stafford. These playbooks are absolutely cooked. Like no EA dev should be able to sit there and be like, we worked on playbooks. We're running quarterback draws with Matt Stafford's 38-year-old self. 39, I don't know, however old he is. I'm fine with that taking it. See, Sim, I was confused at first because I didn't know what happened, but as soon as I went to replay and saw that it was because of the look that I was in, I was fine with it. I still got to learn all the moves with the stick, man, so I could actually be a little bit of effective. We got to run clock here, too. We need a field goal. Oh, get there, Josh Jacobs. Woo! Woo! I haven't seen anybody comment. Have you guys noticed the difference in the physics and the tackling, man? I feel like I got it in a really sweet spot with the combination of the face mask and the physics-based tackling slider. Like, I don't want to touch it. I feel like it's in a great spot. They have 3 timeouts, so we're gonna do RPOs. Give ourselves some options here. Was it square? Oh! And I wish that wasn't a catch. He got lit up. I mean, it forced him to call timeout. But realistically, that should have been a knockout. You know what I mean? We're going to play to win, you guys. We're not going to play to run some clock, let them burn them timeouts, they'll get the ball back with 1:40 left.
They'll drop to throw.
No! No! I pressed the wrong button.
Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense.
So lucky.
Well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too
I don't know what I want to
secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Old Faithful, stick nod. It's been in the game for about 30 years.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love.
That's going to do it. Like I said, Old Faithful, spread them out. I never run that play. That's like my, if I absolutely need something, typically I'll go to it and caught him in a zone. If they would have manned up, that probably wouldn't have worked. Michael, hey, I haven't watched a full football season in years. Seeing LA going from no teams to 2 teams is taking some getting used to. Yeah, man, I wish that the Chargers would have stayed in San Diego. I was fine with one of them going there. LA didn't need 2. New York's got 2, LA's got 2. Like, you're robbing 2 cities in the United States of having football. You know?
On 1st and 10, here comes
Wow.
Jacobs.
Not that California needs any more teams, you know, but they lost Oakland, you know, which is fine, but they still have 3 teams. But it's like St. Louis probably wants a team again. They never wanted to lose a team in the first place.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. With good blocking leading the way.
It's been tough running this game. I'm cool with it, though.
25.
I'm okay with it. I don't want running to be OP for us. They don't have any more timeouts. We can just get one more run, maybe. Trying to math. It's first down. They don't have any more timeouts. We definitely won this. As long as we don't fumble. I'm not trying to jinx myself. You like that drop pick? Me too. There needs to be more of them. I tried to be funny today, and I made a tweet. And I was like, the leaked audio or leaked conversation of EA devs in a meeting. And it was Clint Oldenburg. I put Clint, and I tagged him, and I put, hey, guys, how many interceptions do you want there to be in this year's game? And then I put, NFL devs respond, yes. Like, they all prime Jerry Rice, man.
Second down, Jacobs. And this is going to make the play call.
But we made a couple adjustments to try to tweak that.
Much more manageable 3rd down coming up.
I'm not going to call this. There's no reason to. Ronaldo, the blocking logic, I'm super impressed with the pass blocking. I didn't do it so much this game because I haven't looked at pass blocking today. Yesterday I was looking at it a lot, but there were situations yesterday. I did some breakdowns live where our defender, or the seat, it didn't matter, would beat their guy and they would go for the quarterback, but instead of the defender just sitting there getting beat and then looking forward to be like, oh, who should I pick up next and just doing that standard shuffle, he would turn around and go chase and hit the defender off from hitting the CPU quarterback, or hitting the quarterback, I should say. It happened several times, and it was super fantastic. Is there a slider that stopped the ball from going through the defender's hands when they try to swat the ball down? Red, so you're saying you're seeing too many dropped interceptions? Is that what you're telling me? Let's take a look at the stats, because that's not been the case for me. So we had 400 yards of offense. They only had 300. We'll look to see why, by the way. Try to figure that answer out. I'm surprised. I bet you they had more than that, but we had some sacks, and that's taking it away. So we'll actually look at the passing yards and the everything else here. Let's do it like that. Yeah. It was the sacks and stuff. Because look, 250 yards passing for Stafford, and he had 93 yards. So that's 353 yards right there, almost. But this is the problem. Look at those completion percentages. Only one interception, too. And that happened early in the game. That was on their first drive. But this is the problem. Figuring this out. pressure isn't helping. Pressure, they're immune to it. But it was at least fairly balanced. We'll at least give it that, you know. He pushed the ball down the field more than me. His average per attempt was 12 yards. So they're not dinking and dunking. Oh, the hand wolfing through the ball. Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's something they're always going to. It's probably going to take another technological leap for the physics for that to be implemented correctly. But I've kind of, you know, dealt with that my whole life. It has gotten better, but it's never going to be perfect, which is fine. Rushing. So yeah, this is an issue. We've talked about it. Only 10 rushing attempts. And 4 were on their first drive. And he broke a 40, or second drive, I guess. And he broke a 49-yard touchdown run. But you take away the 49-yarder, and he's 9 for 44, which is, can we call it 5 yards a carry? I mean, basically. So the running game was still good. Broken tackles were balanced, 4 apiece. A little high, but it is what it is. I'm not touching the face mask. I'm not touching the physics-based tackling slider anymore, I don't think. I don't think. I mean, I might, but I don't think so. And then we won in the sack department. We won sacks this game. We're gonna. So the Rams had 2 sacks against me. I think I had 4. Okay, I had 4. 4 sacks. Which still isn't crazy. And one of them came on a play action where you're trying to roll out. You know what I mean? What do you mean base slide? I'm full on slider testing, bro. We're full on. We're in the thick of it. We're in the thick of it. I do feel like, though, so realistically, the Rams had 350 yards of offense. We had 400. One thing we didn't look at before you guys, I want to take a look because we got to figure this out. Hold on. Team schedule. I should have looked at this and I totally forgot. All right, so he 21 times plus 10. So am I understanding that they only had 31 attempts? 31 plays in the game? Am I understanding that right? 21 attempts. And then rushing, they had 10, so that's 31. Plus nothing here. I think there was 2 plays by Stafford where he did the draw or whatever. Yep. They only called it 1 attempt, but there was 2 times. So that's weird. Either way, that looks to me like 32 plays. 32 plays. Now, we had 31 attempts passing. 25, so that's 56. Plus 4 is 60. Plus, we had a perfect amount of plays. But it's because they didn't have nearly enough plays. You know why they didn't have enough plays? They didn't run the ball. They're passing it. Passing it's going to mean you're either going to go 3 and out or go out really, really quick. Or the clock's not running too if there's an incompletion. Or you're going to score quickly, have some big plays. One thing I forgot to look at too here. How do we do on time of possession? We dominated time of possession because we ran the ball. So that's something too to monitor. Is obviously if they don't run the ball, and they were running the ball effectively, that's going to massively reduce your time of possession, massively reduce your play call counts. But for those curious, we're not touching these. Now, we might have to touch this, and we might have to touch this. As much as I don't want to, I don't know. I'm gonna give it some more time, and I'll get some more feedback from those that I send everything over to. And again, there lies in the question of, okay, and I'll get you guys' opinion. You guys watch this. Pass rush is in a good spot for both the user and CPU. Can we consensusly agree that the pass rush is in a good spot? Therefore, if we tighten up pass coverage, potentially two things can happen. One, pass coverage is tighter, so you're thrown into coverage more, which could lead to more deflections, more pass breakups, potentially more interceptions. That's 100% true. The other thing that could happen, and that's mostly as the user, right? Because we know we're going to throw the ball. The other thing it could do, if for the CPU though, is if they can't find anyone open, what are they going to do? Are they going to fire it into coverage, consistently if they can't find anyone open? Or we're going to see what happened with Stafford there a couple times, which was nobody open, coverage sack. Nobody open, throw it away, right? That's the one fear I have, is if we increase pass coverage to tighten things up a little bit, one of those two things is going to happen. One of them we're okay with, right? If they start throwing into coverage more, which leads to pass breakups, swatted balls, as long as it doesn't lead to a lot more interceptions, I'm honestly cool with that. But if it leads to the can't find anybody open, hold on to the ball, then we have a problem. Flacco, that's a good point. But even then, what does that bring there? It was 4 sacks, by the way. 4 sacks. Oh, and 2 for them. I see what you're saying. But for the CPU, 4 sacks. What'd they have for plays? They had 21 pass attempts. They had 33 plays. So it still would have brought them to 37. So yeah, Big Jack, as you can see here, everything is at 50. For all this stuff, where we change stuff is down there, and the penalties, and then auto subs as well. That's where everything is being changed to manipulate the gameplay. And this is where we're torn. Like, am I going to have to divert from this to play around with the CPU accuracy? You know what I mean? We can. I don't know if I'll play the full game. We got the Cardinals next. And again, we're not doing any quarterback edits or anything like that. It seems to be a lot better. I am going to do this just because I want to defend the short pass. I feel like you almost have to do the same 2 every single time. Everything else is pretty unrealistic. Defend the short pass, because why would you, if you defend against the run and they're already not running, there's no point. You don't want to defend against these because we want them to throw the ball deep. We want the quarterback to scramble because it's a sight for sore eyes in Madden, so you really can only do this one. And then as a user, the only one that doesn't really negate you is blitz counter. So, I mean, I feel like you got to do the same one every single time. We'll just simulate it real quick. Roughing the passer is extremely sensitive, and I've had calls already with it on 50. Not every single game, which we don't need them called every single game, but I've had them called. I've had a couple of them called already. So I don't think there's a need to touch it. I don't think there's a need to touch it. Sorry, I was like, for a second I thought we were playing the Jets because I saw Aaron Rodgers in the corner. I was like, wait, what? Um, I'm just looking to see they're the 6th best in rushing yards per game. So this should mean that they run the ball against us, right? That's a really cool alternate helmet. Oh, well, let's take a look at the Cardinals and see how this goes. Like I said, we're not going to touch anything. Got to get more of a baseline before we adjust things, but it's always good to keep in mind they didn't run the ball, even though they were effective, and then quarterback completion percentage. Which then do we adjust the coverage? You know, you get that dilemma. A power training, yes, classic is an option, and I tested it earlier today to see if it created better better pass accuracy, more off-target throws, that is, and it did not. It was dot after dot after dot.
They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And I tried that because in college football, some folks said that they switched to classic, and all of a sudden all the off-target throws started coming back. So I was like, well, hey, I'll try that for Madden and see if it does the same thing. No. You're right that Murray probably accounts for it, but what I'd like to see is designed runs for him. Like when I played the Ravens, granted it was preseason, didn't see a single designed run for Lamar Jackson. When I played against the Eagles, I didn't see a single designed run for Jalen Hurts. But when we played the Rams, we had two designed quarterback runs for Matt Stafford. Make it make sense.
This team has a real chance to make some noise.
First carry for James Conner, and he is.
And there you guys can see more of what I was telling you guys has been a frustrating is the insta shed as the user whenever they run the ball. You just blow it up. There's nothing there. It doesn't happen on pass rush. Only on running plays. Because right there, I'm controlling the pass rush. I'm not instantly blowing it up. I'm not in the backfield right away. But on that run play, I am almost every time.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
That was a horrible 3 plays for them. It was a run that went nowhere. He threw a dink-dunk out route, and then he threw a screen pass that did nothing.
First down and 10. So the Packers make their way out for the first time, and it's Jordan Love that has the keys to the car here in his 5th season as a pro and 2nd as a starter.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it out.
See, and that's where I'm also thinking, like, okay, what happens if we increase pass coverage? You can't be in better coverage than that. They're manned up. You can't be in better coverage. I thought he was going to win his route here. That's why I threw it. Like right here, it looked like he was going to get inside. That's why I just threw it. I hit my foot and I threw it. You can't get better coverage than this. And not only is it an accurate throw against tight coverage, but it's a catch, not a knockout, and he just gets bumped. That's an extremely hard thing to do. Catch the ball with a defender on your hip as you're running and with your hands out, not even using your body, right? Strictly catch it with your hands while taking in contact and then maintain your balance and move upfield.
Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 97 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A yard.
Well, we'll see
need, but it's
how things
down.
compare.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs.
Combine less quarterback accuracy with classic. I mean, if I'm going to mess with the quarterback accuracy, though, I'm going to stay where I'm at. Because placement is supposedly supposed to use quarterback ratings to judge if the throw is accurate or not. Apparently, every quarterback's ratings dictate that they're never inaccurate.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that went too far in front.
As I say that,
Reel it in. It's incomplete.
he was wide open, and at least that happened.
Over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories.
Maybe we will get some more off-target throws with that change, that vision recommended.
Their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Why is it not showing my line? Okay, there it is.
Play fake. Here's Love.
Woo!
That's caught inside the 20.
Oh, thread the needle.
Nice gain. 33 yards that time. Excellent
Thread the needle.
and now they're set up nicely.
Right as I'm about to get hit, though.
Red zone. I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch.
And you know, last year they had that knockout ability that helped keep completion percentages in line just from past breakups. They got rid of it, and then they didn't tune the catch in traffic or the catch in contact. What's up, Shane? How are you? And so now you just have all these contested catches. I'm not mad at that crossbody inaccuracy either, Sim. I was very happy about that, and it was a realistic high throw, which I felt is what should have happened in that. Good run defense.
Two runs in a row, only 2 yards to show for it. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
I don't like this.
Throwing, Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Well, we got it.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like that pre-snap look.
This is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice
no,
pass
Todd.
there.
We hate it too. I don't know if you just got here or you're just commenting, but we hate it. I don't like this.
So we've seen many teams march it right.
I can't audible out of this? Okay, great.
They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Buying time to his left. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jordan
Thank God they were in man.
his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers will jump on top.
You played 2 full games with Heineke, and his only off-target throws were if he was on the move or throwing off his back foot. Yep. That's again. No, Shane, we've got a lot of other changes. I really feel like something happened when they made this game where they accidentally brought in the settings for competitive, and it's in Sim. Because this is what's supposed to happen when you play competitive setting.
And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
They want all the quarterbacks to be accurate so that people can't complain about, oh, my quarterback missed this throw, blah, 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 blah. They want all the quarterbacks to be accurate, and then what makes, when you're on competitive, what makes or breaks it is your understanding of pass coverage and, things like that. I really feel like that's what happened, is they messed something up.
You can see where he's right.
I have him turned off, Morant.
The league's best at finding the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old mouth?
I thought Kyler was about to take off and run.
Take it. because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left
I'm nervous
behind.
to run that double mug after I got torched with it last game. Notice, guys, too, if I'm rushing the passer, it's not an insta-shed. But whenever, and I always play the D-line, I love rushing the passer. I love the moves ever since they brought him back from being smashing square and X. I enjoy it. I just have so much more fun doing that. But notice how I don't insta-shed when it's passing, but when it's running, oh, there we go, I like that. But when it's a run play, it's an instantaneous throw the defender to the side in the backfield. Yeah, this game is smoother, Sim. I think it has a lot of potential, but they definitely got to tune some things. But I don't think they're even aware of this, because I'm telling you, man, there's no way that these guys at EA put this stuff out like this for franchise mode if they played the game in franchise mode. I know they play the game, but you know Mole, like I talk to Mole all the time, well, not all the time, but I hit him up a lot about different things. He does not play franchise mode. He plays online head-to-head. So of course he's not going to see. Look at how I just instant shedded right there. Bradley, you think that's the option? But when you have devs that don't play franchise mode, how are they going to see this? Look at the blocking for pass. Like, it's good. We get pressure, but like you're in animations, you have to use moves. But when they're running the football, it's instantaneous. The beta was better, though this issue was in the beta too, though, Sim. I know we talked about that. I know I talked about it a lot with Smitty.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one.
In fact, Smitty was sending me, because he told me he played a game with the beta sliders that I had sent him. And I told him, I was like, I don't have them anymore. What? I just out of curiosity, can you send them to me? And he sent them over to me from my text messages with him. And I'm literally telling him, this will help the pass, the running to not be so overpowered. The running was overpowered in the beta, I forgot. And here, I'm struggling figuring out how to make the running effective. You know?
They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to
the game got tuned a lot.
Over the other.
Off the play fake, Love forced out to his left, and seeing nowhere.
Good coverage there.
This one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
What do we got here?
Now.
Wide open.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach.
We're going to take a shot right here. Brad, yeah. Now, I don't want to say it's better because we just played the Rams. They ran it 10 times total. But the longer quarter length helps them run the ball more.
Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside. And my scouting report.
But yeah, we just played the Rams, and they ran it 10 times total the whole game. All right, thanks for popping in, Sim. Appreciate it. Looking forward to your stream. Everyone in here is going to go watch it when you do. We're all going to go watch it.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Pushes him aside at the 45. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice little 4 yards of carry. We'll let this run through to the quarter break.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
I really want to figure out what camera view is that. It's the new standard camera, man. They changed it. It's like old school NFL 2K kind of. It's a little bit higher. That's why I haven't gone to zoom like I've always done in the past. Different camera angle, and I like it. No! We're trying to get them to jump. We want that free play. Not an extra 5.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love from the gun. There's a ball deep from Musgrave. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we got the look we wanted to take a shot there.
But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space.
Right, so 15-minute quarters is definitely too much. Unless you're doing like a 12-second on the runoff, which is, you can't even make an audible. You know what I mean? I think I'll go to, I'm on 20-second runoff right now. Again, the other key is they need to run the ball. But I think I'll go to 12 minutes.
They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described.
They're trying to run the football. It's just not there.
Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
so we're definitely going to have to try to figure that out.
They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Connor going to get it again on 2nd down. Fighting through, and he's got space. And down he'll go at the 25. 9 yards to pick up.
Good to see them running the ball. You think X would have had the first down? Yeah, I just chucked it, bro. I just wanted to take a shot.
Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
They blitzed, and I had Luke Musgrave on a one-on-one, and I was just like, yep, let's just chuck it up. There's a big tight end. Maybe he'll win with the height advantage or something.
He finds his man complete. That's Harrison.
And see, Murray's already kind of dinking and dunking against this zone. Imagine if we cranked up pass coverage. You know what I mean? They're just going to dink and dunk even more.
To throw is Murray.
See? Dink, dunk, dink, dunk. 10-second runoff, bro. I gotta make line adjustments. I gotta ID the mic. You got no time to do that with 10 seconds. Especially if he just juked the hell out of me. Especially if you have a play where the guy's running in motion. You know, they have all these new plays where they come in and then go back out. You pretty much have to get to the line of scrimmage and snap it immediately. No ID the mic, no shift in the line.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again.
So they're running the ball, which is huge. There's just nothing there.
Linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes.
Packer pressure and
We blitzed hard there.
Preston Smith in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards.
We just get a free run there. I'm just curious why he didn't even make a good scramble effort there. He didn't have any. Oh, yeah. He left kind of early. So we might want to edit the trait. He might be like paranoid. And that's why he didn't need to move here. He had time to stay where he was at. Then he could have stepped up. He could have stepped up right here. I wonder if he's paranoid. I wonder if his trait is paranoid. Because he started doing that way too early.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
I've been liking 20. I used to do 18.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The Packers offense, Josh Jacobs set to take over.
I'm going to try, we're on 10 right now. I'm going to try 12 and 20. I think that'll be a good place to be.
And he's right there in the mix. On play action, love to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And
what happened there? Oh, he got hurt. No.
Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured pack.
I saw their defender here. Tell me if you guys saw this too. Protection held up for a moment here. This guy. It's a linebacker. He just got froze or what? But he wasn't going to be able to carry with Jaden Reed anyway. He was not in a good position. Look at this, though. That's a little bit of a glitch. That's why that was open. Look at whatever that is. Glitched. If he would have been able to move his feet like he was supposed to and shuffle, he would have been able to carry him further, and I wouldn't have been able to get this. There was a glitch.
Well, they come out and take a look,
or maybe it's just in the game.
For just a moment. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Fancy footwork at the 45. Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Okay.
And they'll send Watson in motion right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Power through, Josh Jacobs, let's go. Stiff arm is fun in this game when you have a guy who can pull him off. He's got the power.
Sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues.
I have a feeling that safety is going to blitz. It looks like he's going to blitz. He creeped up. I saw it, and I edited it. Let's go. He was crept up. So I changed him to a streak route, just in case.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in
I don't know what he was doing. Look at this. So Watson was initially supposed to run a route where he comes up and then comes across here. And I see the safety right here. And there's no one in front of Watson. He's going to have a free release. He's a burner. We know that, right? He's like a 96 speed, one of the fastest guys in the game. He's creeping up here. I'm thinking he's either blitzing or something. But Watson getting a free release and a full head of steam is going to just blow right by him. And that's exactly what happened.
9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Missed that a little bit.
No good. A few boo birds coming
just a little bit.
His 2nd extra point here in the 1st half. So with the missed PAT,
we'll play this to half and look at the stats. Definitely frustrating the run game for the CPU. Well, I mean, I know I mentioned that when we headed into the stream, but it's just so frustrating trying to, I can get the run game going, and then guess what happens to the pass rush?
That answer is 1, and that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
14 yards that time for number 14. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner
false start.
That logic and making a really nice tackle.
Oh, is my stream that far behind?
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Flacco, you know I'm not touching the gameplay sliders though.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down.
I don't like tweaking the gameplay sliders.
Run behind center with Connor.
There's a good run. Just wish there was more of those, you know?
6 yards.
It's honestly probably closer than I think. Or than it feels.
I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built, get a first down.
And Murray is just throwing. He's not pushing the ball down the field. He's just flinging it to the side. He had that one ball down the field. Brad, yeah, it's hard. Well, the reason it's hard is because for whatever reason when they run it, you get insta sheds. Get rid of it, Murray.
But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of it.
And for whatever reason, play action pass blocking in this and in college football 25, it's pretty rough.
And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions.
I'm curious. Yeah, he's 10 for 13. 10 for 13, and that was a drop right there. Murray's trade is paranoid. That's going to cause some issues. And it's going to cause him not push the ball down the field. He's just going to throw it to the side. Might have to edit traits after all. Luckily, though, the traits won't. We won't have to mess with them to scramble. So here we go, yeah. They've been running it, which is nice. We're getting a nice 4.5. Very content with that. We have 4 broken tackles, though. That's the reason we have it. That's too many broken tackles. If I'm being honest, it's too many broken tackles. James Conner has 2, but he's still, I mean, they're running it, but he's not getting anything. So just so you guys know, the leader in broken tackles, I don't know about last year, I didn't look, but in the year before, the leader in the NFL in broken tackles for running backs was Josh Jacobs. Guess how many broken tackles he had? Guess how many he averaged? We'll just put it that way. Guess how many he averaged per game?
Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well.
It's coming back.
Key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter.
Oh, legal block in the back. Okay, I thought it was going to be a holding. Josh Jacobs led the NFL, and he averaged like 2.4 broken tackles per game. And we had 4 against the Rams, and we have 4 in the first half here. We don't want running to be effective because of broken tackles. You know what I mean? Oh, no. We're going to stop the stream at half. My controller just popped up that it's dying.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded.
Ryan, because it affects other things. So I'm adjusting other settings, Ryan. We're adjusting the penalty sliders and the auto subs. Auto subs are basically an aggression slider, and we're able to get pretty good game. I mean, I had the gameplay pretty dang good for this in the beta, and when I went over to Madden 24 after the Madden 25 beta, I was able to get that really, really good too. I got really good sliders for College Football 25 going this route where I'm not touching the gameplay sliders. The issue is this game is kind of tuned shitty. in the sense that the run blocking's actually not the problem. The problem is the insta sheds. If I go play a linebacker or something like that, and I'm not rushing the passer like I normally. Like I like to do, or just playing on the D line like I like to do that. Then they run the ball a little bit better. Or if like typically to be on the left side of the line right here, over above Musk, because that's where they're going to hand it off to. So I always do that. Well, then if I'm instant shedding every single time.
Now Love. A short throw to Musgrave.
Then I blow up their runs.
That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation.
So if I play if I know the run, if they hand it off is going to go away from me, typically they run and I play over there. The run, they get a small run, but that shouldn't be a thing. Like I shouldn't have to do that.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Should be able to get running to where the blocking is very similar, or the interactions are very similar.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Keeps himself upright, steps away to his left.
Call timeout here.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
To the pass rush, where you have to do moves and stuff to shed it. You know what I mean? I don't get insta sheds when I rush in the passer. I have to do moves. Run blocking should be the same. Roughing the passer.
It's Pearson. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag.
And it's on 50. This is why I'm saying we don't need to touch it. Guys, the penalties are actually pretty good for the most part. Oh, they don't bite on it. There's just no pass blocking on play action for the most part.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now 2nd and 3.
All right, we're going to score here. They're giving me a nice little look.
Back to throw. Love.
Never mind. Never mind. Oops. I wasn't going to throw an interception. I was like, nope, we're in field goal range. I'm not going to risk points.
And they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. Love. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And he is out of bounds.
Woo, that worked out really well.
Inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing.
I think I like this. We're at the 7. Never mind. Well, maybe. We have 1 timeout. Okay.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Candy from a baby right there.
Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, as the first half is winding down, and the Packers would extend their lead.
Brian, it might be.
And this drive, Charles,
so here's the thing. Raising that slider affects other things. Like, it affects how the running backs play. It affects other things. And the issue is that when we're on All Pro, when I bumped up to All-Madden and I tested default All-Madden, guess what was an issue on All-Madden? It was an issue there too. I think it's just, again, something with how they tuned it. I really feel like some of this with the... I honestly feel like simulation is playing like competitive is supposed to, because you have no inaccurate throws, you have a crazy high interception rate, you have crazy high block sheds on running plays. All these things would indicate how you would have a game tuned for user versus user, not user versus CPU. What makes me not want to drop the quarterback accuracy? Is there a con for that? Yeah, the con is typically the CPU will already do what Kyler Murray's been doing, which is dink and dunk. Right? When you lower the accuracy, they stop throwing the ball down the field as much. They stop throwing into coverage as much. It almost feels like, yes, the quarterback slider affects their accuracy, but it also feels like it impacts their awareness. And it'll affect what throws they deem throwable. For the user, the only impact is it's completely random. You'll have a simple crossing route, and you'll throw it way in front of the guy. And that's not where there needs to be fixes with the accuracy. There needs to be... The issue right now with the accuracy is that pressure is irrelevant on throws for both the user and the CPU. Pressure is irrelevant on the throws. If they could fix that, so pressure had an impact, I think we'd be okay. But if you go and you drop down the... If I went and dropped both the accuracy sliders, they're on 50 right now, and I dropped it on the 25. Not even sure it would have much of an impact, but if it did, for the user, you just see some really just random throws be off target. Not the ones that should be off target. The tough throws. Random underneath throws, out routes, things like that. CPU, you'd see a lot of checkdowns. Gazabaza, I don't know if I said that right. Gazabaza. I'm working on All Pro. I checked out All-Madden today and didn't see anything there that made me want to stay there. The same issues that are on All Pro are on All-Madden, and then they're just inflated a little bit more because you're on All-Madden. There wasn't anything better over there, especially in the CPU quarterback play. You think that I don't know. It's weird, man, because I feel like, again, I've shown this, but for anyone who's new to this stream, it's tough to say what would change if we switch this over to... And again, look, it says we're getting penalties, which are not supposed to happen in competitive, right? It's only player-controlled penalties. We're getting fatigue, which, so there. I just think part of it is tuned weird we're on 11 minutes right now. I'm going to bump up to 12. I just feel like part of it is like just not there, because again, you read this passing types, start from the bottom, work your way up. Classic Madden passing controls, you just press the button. So standard passing, placement and accuracy. You enable a timing element similar to shooting shots in 2K for perfect accuracy on bullet passes on top of visual targets to control the pass placement and power. So you 100% are in control of the placement, the power, and the accuracy of the pass. Ratings do not matter. It's user skill. When you go to placement, it says, enables visual targets to control the pass placement and power. This leaves accuracy to be determined by player ratings. This says it's supposed to be on player ratings. Yo, thank you for the follow, Pimpin' and Gaming. Appreciate you subscribing. Really do. Yeah, Ryan, it's better in college football than it is in Madden. Yeah, the trick to college football is getting pressure, and then you get off-target throws. It's not the case right now in Madden at all. They seem to be completely unaffected. Moranches says, can confirm on this game as well. Put the slider down to 12 for QB accuracy and didn't see a single throw down the field. Yeah, they're literally prime Tom Brady, just dinking and dunk check down kings. People have been saying that arcade plays more like sim. Where have you seen that? Arcade doesn't have penalties. It doesn't have fatigue. It doesn't have a lot of the things. Which isn't in here. It's in the other one. But yeah, that's why I don't want to mess with. That's why I'm trying so hard not to mess with quarterback accuracy. And I'm like, okay, tighten up the coverage. Well, I mean, or is that going to create too many sacks or whatever? But like when you go here, arcade, frequent, exciting highlight reel plays, limited penalties, no injuries, no fatigue. You know, Valley franchise. I gave Classic a try earlier today to see if it would improve the off-target throws, and it did not. On Operation Sports, people are saying arcade has and I've done this with Smitty before too. Not this year, on Madden 24 beta. Yo Hollywood, what's up? Is this the final ratings and roster for Madden 25? I want to wait before this has all the ratings in it. I was looking through and seeing the changes from the beta. There's quite a few of them. But you know they're going to release an update after preseason. You know, they're going to adjust all that stuff when they fix the final rosters for teams and stuff like that. But Smitty and I were playing Madden 24 last year in the beta, and I decided to try it on arcade. And I told him to do it, and I didn't say anything, and it was just like, wow, arcade felt really organic. However, as organic as it felt, you had about 15 to 20 broken tackles a game. So it felt really, really good. It had a lot of positives, but then you had a million broken tackles, no fatigue, no penalties, you know, too many other things that you can't not have. You know what I mean? There's definitely something odd with the tuning of this game under the hood, especially compared to the beta. Now the beta, and if you guys go watch my Madden 25 beta review, I speak heavily on quarterback accuracy for both the user and CPU. Every throw is on point. I spoke extremely heavily and passionate about that, and I made comments about it in the EA feedback thread. I saw other people commenting about accuracy, and it fell on deaf ears. This is where you got to get guys like Hollywood and Smitty and these guys who kind of have open phone lines to some of these devs to just put out little feelers and say, hey, you guys, could you please just go in and play a franchise game on default all pro, don't change anything, play against the worst quarterback in the game, which, just out of curiosity, not in the game, but the worst quarterback on our roster, right? That's a starting quarterback in the game. Which, who is that, by the way? Who do we think it is? Bryce Young's a 75. Gardner Minshew right now is a 73. He's winning it. We got 73 Gardner Minshew. 73 Will Levis. 73 McCarthy. We know Broncos. 73 Bo Nix. It's not going to be any of them. 71. Go play against the Giants and Daniel Jones on default All-Pro. Let one of these devs know. Just fire up a franchise. Just go one game. Go play against the Giants. Go play against Daniel Jones. Or play with Daniel Jones against the Raiders and Gardner. It doesn't really matter. Be a user-controlled team with a really low rated quarterback against another team with a really low rated quarterback. There's a bunch of guys rated 73 overall. You could Raiders Broncos, perfect matchup. And get back to me on all the off target throws you had. And maybe the devs will be like, oh snap. There's something going on here. We didn't see this, you guys. We only play MUT and online head to head, and we don't play online against the CPU, so we didn't know. Yeah, you don't play franchise, man. It's so frustrating. Trevor, other people have already input it. They said it's okay, but it's not going to work right. John, welcome to the SGN Nation, man. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So, Leon, you can change... You're not changing the playbook, Leon, right? So this... I'll explain it. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's get out of here real quick before my controller dies. This is what I'm saying when I say edit the CPU playbook for them to run the ball more. And again, the Cardinals did run the ball pretty well. But you go over to playbooks, right? And you would just go to create offense. And we've been talking about the Eagles, so we just go to the Eagles. This is their playbook, okay? You're not going to go to plays and add plays. You're not going to go here and add anything. You're just going to go to game plan. And let's just look, first down. See how they have all these stars right here? Why is it not showing a new... It's glitched. It's not even showing a different play. Wow. This game is buggy as hell. It should be showing for gameplay. It's only oh, there we go. Now it's switching. See how it wasn't switching before? Now it's switching. Game plan. Okay. Now it's not. Anyways, you set these plays. How many plays do they have set for first down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wow, 500 plays, only 20 plays for first down. They're really putting in work, you guys. Anyways, see how... Look at this. Wide receiver under 4.5 stars. What do you think they're going to call on second and long? Every freaking time. And then look at all these plays down here. No, so what you do, you don't have to do anything other than you just go in, we'll go back to first down. And, oh, they made it easier. I like that. You just make everything 1 star. I've been doing this for years to get good coach suggestions. It's the only way to get a variety in your coach suggestions. So you're not adding any plays to the playbook. So it's not going to do anything. You're just changing the stars. But you could really even add plays that are in their playbook to this. But then see, everything is an equal chance of being presented. Then you go right here. Boom, right? And the Steelers run the ball a lot as well. That's good. I bet it's the play call stars. It's going to be all tied to the stars, you guys. You just go through and do this for... And they changed up the star system now, and it's so much faster to edit. It took so long. Before, because you had to spam X, and you could only go forward. So if you had a star, if you had it like this, you couldn't just go back and make it 1. You had to go all the way forward to get it. It took forever. This is so much nicer. So you can really just blow through this, you know what I mean? And once you do it once, you really don't have to do it again. And then what'll happen is, and even if you don't do this for the CPU, do this for yourself when you start your franchise, which I'm not starting my real franchise right now. This is just, I mean, the Packers franchise is just for testing sliders. But no matter what, go do this for yourself. That way you can still use formation subs, but you'll get better coach recommended plays, a better variety, right? Because they only put 20 plays per option in here, and I guarantee you a lot of the plays are repeats. And when you have 500 plays in a playbook, and you're only getting 20 to look at on first down, 20 to, I mean, it's really underwhelming. There should be like 30 to 35 per scenario, right? And you could have some of the plays that you'd normally. Thanks, Ren. I appreciate that. You could have some of the plays that you would normally call on third and long. You could have them in there on first down too, and then you could have them repeated in like the 2-minute offense or stuff like that. You can have some of these repeated, the big pass plays and the run plays that you need to grind out the clock or whatever. You can have them repeated. I mean, but you don't want to have the same plays in for first, second, and third down. All those different ones. You want to see a variety. So yeah, you guys can see here, this is the issue with EA and is the star system. You have all these plays with half a star. Now this is actually, I don't even think I need to do anything here. Look, they're all half a star. So that's going to be perfectly, this doesn't even have a star. Huh. Let's go to red zone. So you have wide receiver under. Where did we see wide receiver under before, you guys? Remember? It was over here in second down and long. And it's the number one play. And then they have read option. Yeah. This is the issue. But I'm not going to do the rest of the playbook because that's all just like random scenarios. I think red zone is important though. But here, goal line pass. I mean, 2-minute offense. Wider. Hey, look! Wide receiver under. Not only is it the number one rated play for their 2-minute offense, it was the highest rated play for their red zone offense, and it was the highest rated play on second and long. What play do you think we're going to see a hell of a lot from the CPU of? Bro, when I tell you guys that these devs have gotten extremely lazy on putting in work for this stuff. Like, you don't even have to go through and manually rate this. You can create an algorithm. Mad, yes there is. And it's been frustrating because on college football there's not, and you can get them off sides. You can get them off sides or get a free play. But I've been doing it a couple times and I'm like, let me snap the ball, and it won't let me snap it. I just get the offsides. So anyway, we're gonna save this. And then you could go, let's see here. I think you need to be in an offline franchise for this. So this is where I created, I'm using the Packers just to keep everything consistent. This is where I was playing, just so you guys can see, I was testing All-Madden. But what you would do is you would create a character,
Choose the team you want to start your franchise with.
And you would go to Philly.
Use the options on the left to edit league settings.
And you would start playing. Now you're on Philly. And then you would go to manage staff. And I believe you'd go to team schemes. And then you'd go to playbook. If I could, you know, move it. Or does it not show up here? I thought this was the way to... Or do you have to do the other trick where you, like, have two controllers? Or you can only do it at the play call screen. So what if you then go... You could do the... I don't even know if this is going to work. I just want to find out. Can you go here, advanced settings, and set this to Eagles. Right? And then back out, because normally it'll save once you do that. Yo, Ryan Brown, thank you so much for becoming a member of SGN Nation. I appreciate you. Let's switch over to character here. We're going to stay... We're not going to retire Nick Sirianni, right? We're just going to switch over to Matt LaFleur. And just so you guys can see, I'm going to... Everything is untouched here other than face mask, injuries, fatigue, and speed threshold. And then the physics-based tackling. Everything here is all default. This was just All-Madden. And you can see here I haven't touched the auto subs either in this particular file. This was just testing All-Madden. It's all 80-60, right? So I'm curious now if this will work. Let's play a possession. We should be able to find out in a possession. But my controller's gonna die. But yo, Q-Dog, what's up? We got a ways to go though. We're trying to balance some things out, but we're gonna get there. Mike Henry, I noticed a big playbook bug. Once I made my own playbook saved it, then if I went back into that same playbook and clicked on edit playbook and brand new play I would add to the playbook would be a punt. Interesting. The bugs that I've always seen in the game, in the playbooks, were you could set your plays. A lot of the stuff that you'd set, especially on defense, and what you wanted in for each scenario, like defending trips, defending, whatever, you could set it all, you could put all the plays in there that you wanted for that, rate them, save it, back out, go back in there, and all the plays would be completely different. Yo, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'm trying, man. I want to get you guys a good set. I want to get a good set for me, too. And I'm determined to get this good. We had a really good set with Madden 24, and then this method that I'm utilizing, we had a really good set at the end of the year on Madden 24 too, and College Football 25 using the same methodology. Great set over there, and this game has a lot of potential. There's a lot to like about it. If we can just figure out those two
and his team struggled and collapsed down the stretch. If he can get back to playing
Those two things. And like I said, guys, this is default All-Madden. You guys just saw. There's a reason why I went in here and looked at it, and I played a little bit of it, and then I was like, nah.
Hurts. His throw
Nice pass breakup.
The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that takes us from second to third down.
Pass rush wasn't quite as strong there, but you saw that it still didn't affect. They still couldn't run the ball. They had 2 yards with Saquon. But for you guys, look now. You guys just saw us play the Rams in half against the Cardinals. Look at the difference. The pass rush isn't there the same. Pass rush isn't there the same, yet the running wasn't improved. Yo, Lakers fan, I appreciate that so much, man. I really do.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Although that's 2 throws he's thrown on the field that, when I played him earlier, he was just dinking and dunking. But they called verts, so I guess we'll take that to a grain of salt.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they.
I wanted to just play like a little bit just to see, to show like the different. I don't know if it's even gonna have their playbook or not.
And Love established himself as a legitimate franchise quarterback a season ago. And let's not forget, he had to exhibit a lot of patience, waiting for his opportunity to become the man.
And their pass rush gets juiced. You know what I mean? Compared to ours, you know, it's supposed to only there's not supposed to be any attribute boosts here, but if they're just rushing 4, why are they insta shedding? But when we were rushing, we didn't get any pressure. You know what I mean? You can see the difference. I mean, I know the claim is, hey, there's no attribute boost, there's no anything like that. But you can take advantage of it.
Working out of the gun. Love. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. 4 yards the game.
Just got to be quick with it.
Third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Bro, yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't get a new controller just because they're $70. That's the one thing that keeps me reined in on that stuff, you know.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as
they're super expensive. So as frustrated, as mad as I get sometimes, it's just like, yeah, it's not worth.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. He'll get this up to the 34 and a good lane opening up right away for it. From the 34-yard line, here's second and a couple.
No way. No way.
Play fake. Here's Love. Now this aired out deep for Reed. Touchdown.
This is all Madden, you guys. Like, you see why I decided to stay put on All Pro with where I'm at?
In the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides.
There's just no reason. No reason. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end the stream here. I gotta charge my controller. I don't know. We didn't make any slider changes tonight. We kind of rocked where I was at earlier today when I was playing around off stream. I'm going to try to see if I can come up with a couple more ideas to just get that run game going. I did throw in my sliders from the beta, and the run game was a lot better. However, the pass rush was compromised. And like I said, I really want to maintain that pass rush. So I actually might go back into the sliders I had from the beta and play around with that and see if I can't make some changes that don't compromise the pass rush and keep the strong run game. I don't know if it's possible or not, but I got to figure out something. And again, even if I have to nerf the pass rush a little bit, that's okay. But what I don't want is to get in a situation where the pass rush doesn't seem to be existent whatsoever just for the running game, you know? But thank you guys so much for checking it out. Might be back with a stream tomorrow night. We'll see how the day goes. I got to run out of town for work and come back, and we'll see how I'm feeling. Or I might just test off stream. We'll see. If I come up with something different than what we're at here that I feel like is good and worth streaming, we'll definitely stream it. And I'll definitely drop those updates for the members as well. And I'll drop these updates for the members too, just to have them. But we know that the run game isn't really there yet, just because of the insta sheds. But anyway, guys, appreciate all of you guys. We're gonna figure this out. It's been a day, The game's been out for a day, so we know that it takes longer to come up with a good slider set than a day. So we'll just kind of keep going after it, testing theories and things like that, and we'll get one for you guys, so everyone can start the franchise and start enjoying the game, because there is a lot to like about the game. There is a lot to be frustrated about, but there's a lot to like about the game too. So we'll get there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for checking out the stream, and stay tuned.